Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bam, bam, bum, 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 bum. Hey, what it is, y'all? Alright, for real. I told y'all earlier that I was going to post that video about why I use my left hand, right? But look, it was not to offend anyone, so I hope I didn't offend anyone by any means. It was just me just posting something personal and that I thought was funny because he came in like so excited. So I was like, alright, well, that's cool. But here is my reason to why I use my left hand. Alright. Did, did you just wash your hands? Who wash your hands? You nasty? What the heck?
Saying how to live my life?
Ew, that's gross.
Do what I want.
That's nasty. Not just playing. There's hand sanitizer in the bathroom, but hand sanitizer ain't always the cleanest way to do everything. But
Lies.
no, for real. Don't be just using hand sanitizer either. But anyways, here's my reason to why I use my left hand. All right, it's like this. Put it like this. I put it like my life and how I live it. Everyone say you should keep your business world separate from your personal life, or your work life separate from your home life. All the things that are outside of your home life, you should keep it separate. So I see it like this. If I'm out there in the real world, in the business world, where I am not a home alone, on my own, doing my own wiggity wag diddy do good majiggers, or whatever you want to say. I don't know what you gotta say, but yeah. If I'm not home doing all that stuff, then I gotta use this hand. You know why? Because it's personal. I don't know. Because it just helps me keep things separate, like emotional things, personal, spiritual, whatever thing it is. You know, I don't be doing this and using it out in public. Usually it's always the right hand. I write with my right hand, shake hands with my right hand, I clean with my right hand, and everything. So it's like, why not just use the right hand? But it's like, the reason why I also use my left hand is because I remember growing up, someone once told me that using the left hand was seen as unclean in some countries or in some places and to some people's religions and stuff. So I was like, well, if using this is unclean to people, then I was like, all right, well then I'll make them see this as a clean hand as always, as much as possible at least. So I'll try to keep it as clean as possible. So not saying that I'll use the restroom and then I only go in there and not clean this hand because it's the only hand I use. I clean both hands either way because I gotta clean them. But, you know, some people just clean one hand, which is still nasty. You need to clean both. You don't know what the heck you be touching. You don't know who they've been, where they been, what they touched, and all that grudge. Yeah, that grudge stuff. Nasty, that grudge. Ew. Like slug. Ew. I'm just fun. But yeah, so, in other ways, if you don't use your left hand and people saw it as unclean, what they would do is, some countries would just be more peaceful and just do like a little symbol, like a namaste thing. Some, you know, we do fist pumps, sometimes elbows, or whatever the case may be. You just do other things to where you don't use the hand that you know is unclean. So I always just consider the left hand to be unclean. Not saying my left hand is unclean, because it is. It's probably cleaner than my right hand. Because I don't use it as often. I use this one for the other stuff. But I use this one for more often things. Other stuff, things more often. Other stuff, things more often. I don't know. But either way, I keep them both clean because germs are germs. And it doesn't matter. They can be gross and disgusting. Yeah. But, anyways. But one of these days, I am going to talk about the reason why it's also important that you use your right hand for the business things and use your, well, I'm not saying this in person. You don't have to change. You don't have to change at all. Not, by all means, this video is not to tell you to change. It's just for me. The reason why I also make sure I use my left hand is because if you think about all the different types of handshakes you have to give people, not just the hey kind of handshakes, the hip handshakes, talking about like different handshakes that you give people in life, learning how to do them all differently with your left hand is just so, oh my goodness gracious. Like, if you want to give somebody who is above you, who's more dominant than you a handshake, you usually hold your hand outward like this. just to let them know so when they grab your hand, they can put it above you and then you shake. Or if you're the more dominant person who's in a stature and has the title, then you may hold your hand downward. So when they grab your hand, they're downward. Or if you both just want to be like embraced equally, it may be like this, just equal sideways. But look, there's even more handshakes to where you may be shaking their hand, touching the shoulder, shaking their hand, grasping your other hand over. Doesn't matter. One day I'll talk about that in another video. I've reached over 5 minutes, but I just want to tell you a quick video of why I shook with my right and wiped with my left. Because I just was taught that this was unclean, this was clean. Unclean, clean. Unclean, clean. Hey, unclean, clean. Hey, unclean, clean. Hey, 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 hey. Unclean, clean. Unclean, clean. 6 minutes. I'm out.